Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Cities Skylines. So I'm continuing on just behind the little stadium area at the beginning of this episode. This is just a very short time lapse this time, only about 6 minutes long, 5:59 to be precise, I guess. But anyway, yeah, pretty short. So I just wanted to extend around the other side, and as you guys also mentioned, you were like just flip the one way around the stadium the other way because it'll make a lot more sense. Because at the moment they had to, well, before they had to do the crossover, which really didn't make any sense at all. So I just changed it around, and then I made sure to do some lane assignment to it as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with the whole stadium area. I think it's really cool. So then I wanted to fit in a bunch of like multi-story parking around it as well. I really like these car parks, or these parking garages that I'm putting in now. But it's really weird that they are always they're always following the terrain. It's good in some places, but in like an area like this where it's just not flat, it was kind of annoying to try and fit like the parking garages in. I think I changed it to the larger one and then kept a smaller one here as well because I wanted to fit as much as we could in this area. I mean, ideally it'd be great if we could just make, custom fitted parking like multi-stories in the area. Get like a cool like sort of triangular one fitting in there. But no, you can't do that. So obviously just playing around with what I had. This was the original plan, and I think I completely changed this around because it doesn't really work. And I was trying to fit in, and I think I try and do I do a road that goes under the bridge just behind us as well. So I think I'm just sort of changing all that around, trying to see what works to start off with. But yeah, it's coming together all right. And then so we have the big sort of loop around the stadium. And I don't know if I've done it yet. I don't think I have. No, I'm going to put in the subway, actually, that comes up to the front of this stadium as well, which is actually just a tourist destination. It doesn't actually have any games or events on. It's just like purely like an attraction kind of thing for the citizens. So they'll just come here and they'll visit it, which is good because it means that it draws a bunch of people into the area anyway. And they'll come check out the stadium there. And then, I've changed the parking lot to the larger one here, which actually fits the area. And it also means it doesn't have the weird terrain conforming issue. But I'm trying to sort of squeeze in a smaller one here as well. So I'm just trying to fit it between, and I want a road going around as well here to fit in between the train and the parking lot. But, so here's the thing as well, like I mentioned this last time, I think, or whenever it was, but for some reason I can't, there's obviously some combination of mods that I've got where the key anarchy doesn't work, so I can't use any of the keys in this map at all. I can if it's along the waterfront, but anywhere else on land, it doesn't work. So what I thought I'd do is I'd use this road here. Just a standard road, and I've obviously moved the train line a little bit. I couldn't really move the train line too much, but I moved it a little bit. And then I decided to I was going to use this fence, this sort of stone fence, which also would have been a good choice, because that would totally work for this application. But then I was like, you know what, why don't I use like there's a sound barrier fence that I have, because I felt like this fence here was a little too thick. So I decided to get out the sound barrier and actually use this and just sort of move it up and down to fit into the space. And then I also combined that with like some sort of landscaping and a little bit of foliage work. Because then it's not like a direct fence or anything from the train line, but it's like a nice little barrier that sort of separates it away. So at least like has like, because we had you can see obviously the rip into the terrain there. We can see through to like the blue underneath the map. So really that's all I'm trying to cover up. It doesn't need to be some big sort of barrier or some huge key or anything like that. It's just usually the keys make it a little bit easier to do this stuff rather than doing it that way. So now here I was trying to figure out where to put the subway in. I really wanted the subway to be on the inner side of the road so they don't have to cross the roads. So actually, I think I found this spot here was quite good because if I put it on the other side, everyone would come off the subway. They'd all have to cross over the road, and then it would just interfere with all the traffic coming through. So I figured if I put it there, it would just work a lot better instead. So cars can still come up across that bridge, and then all I've done is just connect the subway to the rest of that little line, and it's still just a really simple shuttle line that runs from that monorail exchange over to the stadiums. Now you might also be noticing we are having another lovely death wave in the city, which I'm not actually sure if the issue of that is, I don't think it's anything bad. I don't think it's pollution or anything like that. No, I'm actually in the game now. It says drinking water pollution is 0, and we just have regular ground pollution. I think it is literally just another death wave that we happen to be having. So I actually spammed down a lot of crematoriums in the game. You'll see them when we jump into it in just a moment. But yeah, so that's kind of annoying. I really hate how the game does that. Anyway, so I'm doing this connection here, which I think I might have mentioned last time, where I was going to have the road here connect over to the airport, but it's going to be just a regular road. Like, so we do go underneath here as a tunnel because obviously if we did a bridge, there wasn't really any room to do a bridge. And also, obviously, because it's by the runways and the airport, there's going to be planes flying there, so we can't do a bridge that's too tall. So I thought a tunnel just here going underneath and sort of wrapping around was probably the best way to go about it and the easiest way to connect up. It does mean that they can't meet that sort of road split there that goes directly to the airport, but they can sort of come around and go back up between the car park and then get through that way. So there's a few ways they can sort of get through here. I don't know that did I ever do an exit to it? I can't remember. I don't know if I finished it off. I don't think I did because I was trying to figure it all out to start off with anyway. And I'm just trying to find an appropriate road here because we're basically going to take it down here. And then it's going to go underneath. Just a nice big, like really gradual tunnel that sort of goes down and underneath the existing highway here. But that's what I did. And then I have done a little bit of zoning and a few more road construction. And I'll show you that just now. Okay, so back in the game. So this is where I spam down a bunch of these crematoriums. I think I need more. This area is starting to clean out. They're not so dead anymore. But yeah, the rest of the city is not looking good. I did leave the game running for a little while the other day. Just to see what would happen. Oh, actually, that was the other thing I did, which I'm really annoyed by. Hang on. You're going to have to remind me to remove all these, otherwise I'm going to forget. I'm just going to have a bunch of crematoriums everywhere. I just want to sort of spread these out a little bit through the city because we don't have enough. Like, we have loads of capacity, but everyone's dying at the exact same time, so it's really no good for us. There, let's put those there. So these should start spawning a bunch of vehicles. Good. And I think... we've got some. It's just not enough anywhere. Go over here. Here you go, guys. Enjoy. Remind me to remove those because I'm totally going to forget, but it should hopefully help clear out the situation. Right, anyway, so ignoring that issue. So this is what we did just before. We do have a few trees in here, so apologies for that. Also, clearly we have this power line here, what we don't need. Because I think we just need to remove this so we can get some underground power lines here because we don't need those. I'll do this for now. That should... connect that, I think. Anyway, so if we do one here, somewhere in the middle, right there, that actually all connects through. You know what? We don't even need this because this is all powered through that way. We don't need these power lines at all anymore, which is really good news. So we're going to get rid of those and that should all still be fine, hopefully. I don't need that anymore either. There we go. Goodbye. Okay, so I know there's a bunch of trees through all these, but this will be like probably like a housing area later on. So ignore that. We're going to remove all those. So I did like a little bit of building over here. Got this bridge here, and we got a bunch of these sort of buildings here. So this is what I tried to do, and please, if you know in the comments down below, please tell me how to do this properly. So I actually went into Rico because I've been complaining about these buildings having so many workers for such a long time, and I actually went through and changed every single building that I had. I added local settings by doing, you go here, hang on, none. So for example, I choose this, and then I basically just divided it by 10. So I went down this, I went add local, I went down to 14 instead of 140 because that's way more manageable. And realistic within how the game works, because 140 compared to like a regular business in this game, for example, I guess that does have 20, but 14 is much more comparable than 140. So that's what I went through and did. Even that only has 20 workers, these huge skyscrapers, but then obviously the custom ones have way more. So that, yeah, basically I was just trying to balance them all so they were within the game realm, so we don't have this offset. Anyway, so I did all that, and then I loaded it up, and then I just assumed that, oh, hello. So a lot of people trying to get into this area. I think that's probably because I did actually zone a lot of stuff through here. So I'll let that go. You know what? Are they, no one can turn right there, can they? I was gonna say, is it because they're trying to go there, but they can't? No, they go there or there. I think these lights just probably need to go longer. Or this really needs to be smoother. Anyway, yeah, that's actually pretty easy to solve. I might do that in a minute. Anyway, so I did that, and then I loaded in, and I assumed that the game would like work it out and just be like, okay, we don't need the 63 workers here because there's only 12, and just get rid of them. But it just spat out like a billion errors, and I don't know if they'll ever go away, but I don't know how many Rico buildings I have in this city. There's no way that I could go through one by one, remove the Rico buildings, replace them, and I don't know if there's an easy solution to that, or if it is just a literal... Because I thought maybe there'd be like a, I don't know, reload Rico stuff in the game or something. If you know anything about that, about changing the values after we've already placed them. Because basically I looked it up and it was essentially pick them up and replace the buildings. But I have so many Rico buildings, I don't know how many. I don't know which ones are, because some of them just look like normal buildings. That's not really a realistic thing that I can do. Anyway, so here seems to be a slight issue with our traffic going here. Now, really the solution here would be to just time the traffic lights and give them more of their own time here. All right, so I'm going to say, oh, hello. I'm going to say, give you a time traffic light, set up time traffic light. I'm going to add a step. So this one will go. And then, so this is go. So basically they go here, here, or here, don't they? So we could say no walking because they're going here as well. And no walking there. Right, then I can change mode on this one and we can say we can do left turns at this time because that will not be interfering with any of this traffic. Because this goes here, here, and here. So that left turn should be no problem. But that's the only bit of traffic we can get moving. So we can do those at the same time. Right, so minimum time, I'll say 5, maximum time, so it's 30. And then this is going to say this will change when the weight ratio is greater than 0. So if there's other cars waiting after... Maybe not after 5. 5 is probably too small. Flow ratio is less than weight ratio. You know what? I'll just leave it default. Let's leave it default and see how we go. That's probably a better way to start off. Right, add step. So the second step, this will go red. That no longer needs to go. This will go red. Actually, you know what? We'll continue this. So that's already going left. Then we'll say this can go forward and right. So that means we can go here, here, and here. That does mean we would be able to have a left-hand turn, or we turn this one on. Can we change mode? We can go all 3 on this one and disable right-hand turn and let that traffic go. Or we just do this and say both of these go green. So they do interfere a little bit with each other if there's someone turning, but that'll be all right. So then these 2 go. Okay. 5, minimum time. This is going to be less. This is going to be minimum time 1, maybe maximum 15. There's much less traffic this way. And then let's go add another step. So then this can be red. That can be red. I haven't done pedestrian crossing actually. Did that go? I might have to check that out in a second. Then this way, green and green. Yeah, no pedestrian crossing at the moment, please. So those will go. That's left, right, forward, etc. And I think that's probably all we need. I'll do 30 on that too. Actually, there's quite a bit of traffic. Although they're going up, so that's not really coming down. I don't think there's that much traffic actually passing through this intersection, like up and down, but I'll say max time of 30. All right, so then I'm going to add a step. This will be minimum time of 3, maximum time of 10, because I feel like they don't really need that much time. What we're going to do is just say, then everyone just walk. Oh, this has no crossing. How does this not have a crossing either? I might have actually disabled crossing there. So then if we're crossing on those 3, we could actually have... No, I don't think there's any traffic. No, that's fine. All right, we'll do that. All right, what if I start this now? So we just fiddled around with it. So let's see how well this doesn't work. Okay, so minimum time, and then we see... So we go maximum of 30 unless the weight is more than how many are going through. That just go for 1 second? Yeah, it did. They went, okay, that's not enough. I needed minimum of 1 was too little. We couldn't get the cars through. Then everyone crosses at one time, which is fine. Perfect. And then they go again. These guys are all sitting here in one lane too. What is this taking so long for? Oh, they're trying to turn. That's why. They're actually just blocking the intersection. Yes. Actually, you know what? Why are you turning there? You're not supposed to be able to turn there. Oh, actually, no, these guys are. Hang on, I need to get out of that. So they can go there. Yeah, they can turn. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Look, it's not ideal, I'll be honest. This really needs 2 lanes or multiple, more than 1. Because the problem is we're getting traffic just stuck. They can't get through to that point. Although this definitely seems to be a little bit better. Whatever, I'll leave that there for now. I don't know why I spent so much time on that. But hey. It works. It could use more. Actually, you know what could use more? Look, there's a lot of people crossing there, though, which I actually really like. What I will change, actually, on this just real quick. Hang on, stop. Edit. Minimum of 1 is ridiculous. A minimum of 5. Okay. Start. Because the rest of that was fine. All the other traffic was flowing. No problems. It was mostly just this road here doesn't have enough lanes. So I think I might just change this. Even coming this way as well, we're sort of blocking up. we're going to need to do this. A generic tree full large. What do we use for that one? Large 1. So I want to use the same tree. And I'm going to pause. That row is going to change. Unfortunately, this is going to change this, but hopefully it doesn't change it too much. So then this one still goes to either of those lanes. That one still goes like that. Actually, you know what? I might change this. I might say that one goes there. This one goes here. And then, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I don't think I need to micromanage all these lanes. That should be no problem. But I will say that these go forward, no merging in the middle, and then you go wherever you want there. Okay, let's see if that's working still. Okay, there you go. So hopefully we should start seeing both of these used now. Although now there's no one here, so after all that, I don't even think we need to worry about that much. Now, I think most people are probably going to be going... Most people are going forward on this, or I guess right. Might actually say... Oh, sorry, left. I don't know what I said right. That can be those two. And then that can go there. Yeah. I don't really need to do that, I don't think. This might actually need more lanes as well. Oh, it's not too bad, actually. Alright, whatever, that's good. Okay. Now, how are we going with the death? The big death. Actually, we look pretty good. I think we kind of avoided a big disaster. Because the other game I was running, I got down to like 61,000 people had just died. Because obviously if the dead bodies don't get collected in time... You know what, I'm going to do it this way, with move it. If the dead bodies don't get collected in time, I'll leave 2 maybe in the area. Then they will actually cause more people to die, and then it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs until it gets worse and worse and worse, and it's just like, well, now we have an issue. I'm going to get rid of those. I hope this like deletes these buildings properly. We'll keep 3 there. I think that's probably a note to myself to keep more... That's not even on the road. Keep more crematoriums around, because apparently we probably didn't have enough, because it just wasn't able to handle everyone dying, which is unfortunate. I'm a little bit sad, but as is the truth. I don't want the trees, I want these. We should just build... I just need to download a bigger crematorium, because there was that one that we used to have in one of the other cities. I'm just going to get rid of all these, because these are just so randomly placed. You know what, I'll keep that one. I'll keep that one. And then let's just try and do a few more around the place as well. So I'm going to say, well, I'll get a few more just here as well. So we got 3 in this area. Like this. Hello. Like it looks a little silly just having them sort of next to each other, but I don't know. It's just the way it is, okay? Until I download custom ones. It's just the way it is. So those go there, and then we have 1 down here. Gonna get another one there. Gonna get another one here. I don't know, I'm just getting a bunch of them. Then we need some in this area too. There's a few spots here, for example, that I can sneak a few in. In the middle. Could get another one next to that. Because why not? We need as many as we can get. Here actually might work. Underneath the monorail. So it's like not as many as we had, I don't think. I think we'd still reduced an amount there. Now, actually, so this... that tunnel is going to go to there. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it because I needed the other tunnel coming back. So that joins there. Then I'm thinking to get back over there. The problem is we have to really have it come off this road, not one of these two. I mean, I guess we could have it here and sneak underneath. But it means if you come up this way, you won't be able to get to it. Or we sort of do it here, which makes it sort of equally kind of difficult. It's possible. So let me turn off snapping real quick. So if we go here, for example. It's just auto-saving. Then we come down to 8 meters on normal. And then we can go like this. You know, this might be the way to do it. Do this. Flip it. Okay, so then this is clearly too high because if the land is deforming this much, and you can see the base of the tunnel, we're having a slight issue. Can do that, and then I'm going to deselect that one. Oh, hang on. So I want this one. This is going to go down. It looks way too steep, as you can tell. I think that's like going down way too steep. So I'm just going to actually stretch this out quite a bit, as far as we can, to a realistic degree. Then it's a much smoother sort of descent. Problem is, it just means we have to go like basically from here to this road, which if we're joining there, it doesn't really make sense because it's just like that's where I wanted it to join. But we might actually change the connection to here somewhere instead, and then this one can go there. And we might change all of that, really. So I'm going to go down. Underneath, thank you. Here from this point, I'm going to come around. And we'll go to -8 because that's like the lowest you can be and still far enough underground. Go there. Nice, it looks good. And then this can come to here. I need to turn the snapping back on. There it is. It's like this. So now, basically, we have to try and get this to come out on a nice, gentle slope, which is a little bit harder here because this is like going up a hill. Is that the node? I can't even tell. No, that's something. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. That's just something completely unrelated. Actually, that is a node. It's a node of something, apparently. And move it. That one. That's the one I want. Hang on, I'm trying to... There it is. Alright, that's there. And then... I guess we can go there. That's not too bad. So that goes to there. This doesn't need to be such a big road anymore. Because, I mean, originally, like I said, the plan was to have the big road go down there. But it probably won't do that anymore. I don't even know if this road will really go anywhere. I might even just change this road to a smaller... It can still be a heavy road because I think it will still be busy through here. But I think I might just turn it into a smaller road. And then it sort of terminates... Well, not terminates, but the main road sort of ends there. But what we'll do is turn this... Actually, I'll continue that a little bit further. To about there. Then this will come around the corner. So this road will continue. Right? It's like this. To here. Okay? And then we have this section. To here. And then this can continue on. Maybe there's a smaller median stripped road or something. I don't know. Over this way. Because then this one will connect the other way, I think. Or maybe this one can connect over there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to build it in an interesting way that I think will still work. This will be on the ground for sure. See, it's quite steep. So that's why we have to sort of manually adjust a lot of this to get it to like flow, hopefully, well enough. So this is the exiting road. So this comes up here. So it means people from the airport can actually go this way and get up over here instead of going on to the highway here, exiting there, coming across like that. So hopefully some people come this way. And then over here, I think maybe at the end of this road, we'll even just do it here. We're going to go down to 8 meters. Normal, please. So we make a tunnel. Like this. Okay. Looking pretty good. We do want to take that further down. So obviously it doesn't make that annoying terrain rise. So about there is probably going to work. And then we'll just connect this road probably maybe to that one. I don't know. And then this needs to go underneath. Hello. Around like this. But stay... Whoopsie daisies. Stay at -8. That's actually a good curve. Because then if we can just curve around, right? Like... it's going to be a little bit messy. Ignore the kind of dodgy curve. But that connects up over there now. So then we have the two connections from this area to the airport, which is really good. I guess you could also use this road technically to get around over to this side. Because you could go like this, come around through the airport over like this, get all the way over there like that. But I don't think it really makes sense. It'd probably be quicker to just go down this road and turn here. So hopefully we don't get any traffic driving through this road just through the airport just to get over there. I don't think that would be the case because it doesn't seem like it would make much sense. But then this goes here. Obviously, this is a very steep road and looks ridiculous right now. Which is kind of... We're going to basically have to do a little bit of terraforming through here, I think, because this is a little bit crazy. At the moment. Bring that down. Like we can have some steep roads. I don't mind that. I don't mind having some steep roads that sort of even cut through the cliffs a little bit because I kind of like it. It adds a different sort of look. As long as... Not all of it is like that, because otherwise then it looks kind of dumb. So we're just gonna go here and sort of smooth out some of this. Which I think we'll have to level off some of this probably, like that. Get a little bit up there. That's gonna have to come down a bit as well. Make this come down, make that come down a little bit. Alright, so let's do that, and then we'll just smooth most of this over. I like doing episodes like this sometimes, where we're sort of not... Like, sure, I could do this in like a time lapse, but I think sometimes this is kind of interesting to watch. It all sort of come together like this. Like I at least have a plan of what I'm actually trying to do here. So it's not like I'm just blindly making stuff. So the idea is we already have some vehicles going this way, which I'm actually interested to see where this vehicle is going, driving out of the city. Oh, well, that's probably not a good thing. Oh no, they go to the airport. Okay, good. I thought it meant like they were going to drive here in the tunnel, come down this way, come up over the bridge and enter the highway that way. Because I mean, they could. But I guess, I mean, look, we could easily add highway connections, but I'd probably want them after the airport entrance. I'd probably want to connect up here. So that's something we could think about, doing another highway connection. I don't know, but that wasn't the plan at the moment. Right, so that's there. That's fine. Over here, I will then turn it into... we'll go the grassline median road. Why not? It'd be nice. So this will come here. Just curve it a little bit. And then maybe to there. Then I'll actually change it into the sort of concrete one that we're using here already. So we'll go to this point. We'll go to the road guide. We'll go there. So it comes down this way and turns back in. I don't know why I made that concrete. I might actually change that. I don't think there was any particular reason for that other than I just chose that one rather than the one with grass. Because I've been using these ones in this area a little bit, like up over here and all that. Because the thing is, this will be like a semi-residential area. But obviously probably heavily commercial. Like as you saw, I did like all these shops here. Because this is me testing, by the way. Because we have such a hilly area, doing normal zoning on it was going to look really, really bad. So that's why I sort of manually put these in here. Sort of put them close together, move them up and down a bit so it's on the hill in a sort of meaningful way. So that was kind of the idea behind that. Like these are all different like height positions and that was me testing to make sure that the really hilly section would actually work with zoning. So that's probably what we'll do more of that as well. Like, and then I did some of the big box stores up the top, which I thought was pretty cool. All right, so those go here. Well, let's zone in some of this space because I wouldn't mind this going up. And I think noise-wise, it's actually pretty good through here. It's actually pretty quiet, even though it's right between highway, stadium, airport. Pretty good location somehow. I do also want to add in... Yeah, so all these intersections I really want to be residential. I do want to add in... we probably want to do some parks and that through here. We would like to do... Probably need some public transport. Oh yeah, I did some little trees on this road too. Look at that one. That's nice. And I would like to not have traffic driving through this area, which you may be noticing that's happening. I try to encourage them to go this way because it's 70 kilometers an hour. But for some reason, they still love cutting through here. There's a few ways we could avoid that. We could do vehicle bans, but then if we do some buildings here that need vehicles to get through, then that's going to be a slight issue. Other way we could do it is by doing no through traffic of a district. If we paint this up as a district, which we haven't done yet anyway. So if we do an inner district here, so this is going to be like some inner city residential district or something, I don't know. Like so. I need to like fine tune this a little bit along the road. So obviously I don't want to cover the main avenue, but I'll fix it up in a second. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So then we cut it off this road so they can still drive on the main road. Then we say no heavy vehicles and we say no through traffic. So basically what that means is only if you live in this district can you drive through it. Now I believe that it doesn't affect highway roads because hopefully not, because this is sort of overlapping the highway a little bit over here. Which I guess I could just remove it off the highway just in case it does. I highly doubt it affects highways. That'd be really stupid. But just in case, it's probably a good idea to just move it off that. All right. The other thing I got to do is go through and name all the districts. Again, I keep saying that. I keep not doing it. Look, we'll get to it at one point. Okay, so I want to do city planning, I think. So I want to do heavy traffic ban. This definitely doesn't affect highways. So ban heavy traffic in the area. Make sure there are optional routes available because businesses in the city need to send and receive deliveries. So that's a heavy traffic ban. Then we're going to, I think it's Old Town. Only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. Actually, you know what? I'll get rid of heavy traffic ban. I don't care about that. We'll just do Old Town. So basically, you can't drive through here unless you're driving to something in here or from something in there, which is good. So that means it will keep traffic that's just driving through from going into it. They'll sort of go around. Now, other stuff that we need in the area, I think probably a medical center or something of some descript. We could do like the university hospital. This one's always pretty cool. Goes on. We could put on like a small little road somewhere. Maybe down here even. It's kind of nice to have here. I think. Oh my god, those trees lined up perfectly. Yeah, I like that. I really like this down here. It's like sort of down the end of this road. It's in a busy area anyway, so it's good. But then it can sort of just pop out this way. Nice. I like it. So that should help with the area. Fire department. I might need to get some more custom fire departments because these are getting really tired. These fire departments. Let's be honest. So that'll go here. That'll cover a lot of this area. Police. That's probably fine. Schooling. We don't really have out here, so we might just quickly get a community school. Maybe on this road in here, this inner road, nice and quiet down there. And the Institute of Creative Arts for the high school, which can maybe go further down this way. We'll put on this side road there. And then I might get, no, I won't get a university yet. Anyway, so they'll go there. So that sort of fills in this area quite nicely. Of services, that is. And then we're just going to zone it up a little bit more. But that's kind of the plan for this area. So do stuff like this. We've got these roads here connected down the bottom, which is actually great because people are using these, which is really, really nice. And it doesn't look like, oh, actually, we have people exiting the highway, coming through the airport, coming back through here to get up here, which is not how I wanted that to work. So the way we probably want to combat that is just have a highway exit to get to this area. Like I think that's what we need to do. We definitely need a highway exiting, probably back here, maybe, because that's not ideal. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but it's also not the best. I mean, I guess for now it's probably an all right workaround or all right drive around, if you will. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. So we sort of, I think the stadium district is starting to tie in a little bit better with the rest of the city. We have a bunch of people sort of coming through here now, which is really, really good. We've got these pathways that sort of connect all the area up here too, and people walk. I really like this bridge. Even though it's like just a normal bridge, I just really like it because it's quite busy. And I think I'll probably connect this road down the bottom up the top or something, or maybe over this side. Actually, probably over here, just because that's another entrance to the stadium district, and that might be a good road to have, because otherwise the only entrance is here. Like literally, you have to go this way because it's a one-way out. So that might be good to add on as well. But yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I said next time like 5 times. And have an awesome day.